My name's John Marston. I'm here to bring two men to justice. Bill Williamson, Javier Escuela.
I know one thing, Senor Marston. If you're to have your own way, force must be used. Find out where he's cowering! Get him, boys! Your wife and son are doing well. Let's try to ensure things stay that way.
Hello again, John. We gotta stop meeting like this.
Oh boy, I just had a feeling that this was going to freaking happen the second that this got revealed officially. I just had a feeling, I just had to know that the internet was going to go up in flames over this announcement of the Red Dead Redemption port. And yes, I said port, not remaster, not remake, a straight up port of the original Red Dead Redemption 1 to PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch. Now, this is the second time I'm recording a discussion video about this. I recorded a discussion video about this earlier this morning, but I scrapped that video because number one, I was really tired. I just woke up at the time of me recording that video. And number two, I ranted about a lot of things that honestly really shouldn't have even been ranted on, because in all honesty, what did you expect? I mean, what did we really expect? Did we really expect them to take Red Dead Redemption 1 and put it in the Red Dead Redemption 2 engine and completely remake the game from scratch and make it look like Red Dead Redemption 2 but with Red Dead Redemption 1 story? I knew they weren't going to do that. I mean, this is Rockstar Games. This is current day GTA Online shark card infested Rockstar Games we're talking about. Of course they're not going to fucking do that. Unless you want them to charge $70 for this. So I knew that wasn't going to happen. The only one that I had a little bit, just a teeny little bit of hope for, was maybe a remaster. Maybe they take the original Red Dead Redemption 1 and upscale it and make it look at least maybe 5 times, maybe even 10 times better than the original Red Dead Redemption 1. Obviously, that's not the case. And people are complaining about this game coming to the PlayStation 4 because it's a last gen system. Are you fucking kidding me? Look, I understand you're frustrated that there's not going to be a PlayStation 5 update. At the time of me recording this video, there has not been any announcement that this game, this port, is going to run better on the PlayStation 5. At the time of me recording this video, it's been confirmed it's gonna be, I think, 1080p, 30 FPS. Who knows? Rockstar may come out and say for PlayStation 5 users, 4K, 30 FPS, or hell, 4K 60 FPS or 1080p 60 FPS. They might come out and, you know, announce that there's going to be a next gen version. But at the time of me recording this video, at the time of me discussing it, all that we know is that this game's going to be 1080p 30 FPS on PlayStation 5. And I'm assuming the same for Nintendo Switch as well. All they basically did was they took the PlayStation 3 source code for the game, put it in PlayStation 4 source code, upscaled it just a teeny little bit. They made it look a little bit better than the PlayStation 3 version. And they're slapping a $49.99 price tag on it. Now, this game being $50 I think is bullshit. Now let me explain why that's bullshit. We're talking about a 13-year-old game here that originally came out in 2010. When this game first came out, I was a sophomore in high school. I just started my second year in high school in 2010 when this game first was revealed to the world, when it first came out on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. This game at launch cost $59.99, $60 US. Now I don't know how much it cost overseas, but I know it cost way more than 60, probably $79.99, maybe even all the way up to $100. And that's just for the base game, the original game. We're not talking Game of the Year, we're not talking Undead Nightmare, we're talking the original base Red Dead Redemption 1. "13 years later, they're porting it to PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch, and they're gonna charge $49.99, just $10 cheaper than what the game cost when it first came out 13 years ago. That I find bullshit. Especially for people who already own the game on PlayStation 3. If you have a physical copy of Red Dead Redemption, be it the base game, be it Game of the Year, be it Undead Nightmare, and you want to pop it into your PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 and download it from the clouds like Xbox does, it's not gonna fucking work. If you bought a digital version of Red Dead Redemption on the PlayStation 3 store and you're expecting to get a free upgrade to the PlayStation 4 version, oh well, I got bad news for you, that's not going to happen. They're wanting you to spend $50 on a game that if you already own, you're gonna have to spend $50 on it again just to experience it. Or buy a PlayStation 3, or you could buy an Xbox and play it over there on Xbox in better quality and better performance. Speaking of Xbox, the original Red Dead Redemption is backwards compatible on Xbox One, Xbox One S, Xbox One X, Xbox Series S, and Xbox Series X. As a matter of fact, Red Dead Redemption 1 runs even better on next-gen Xbox systems. 4K 60 FPS. 4K resolution, 60 FPS. And that's on next-gen consoles. I find it a little funny how the Xbox version runs better than the PlayStation 4 port. But again, you know, I'm not trying to be a fucking Xbox fanboy here. I'm just saying, you know, I find it a little funny how the Xbox version runs better than the PlayStation 4 version. Considering that the Xbox version, the Xbox 360 version, that's backwards compatible, that's also a port as well. But yet it runs better on Xbox than the PlayStation 4 port and the Nintendo Switch port. Also, the Xbox version costs cheaper than the PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch version. Red Dead Redemption 1, at the time of me recording this discussion video, is $29.99 on the Microsoft Store. On the Xbox Marketplace, it's $29.99. Now, they could jack up the price to $49.99, and God forbid, I hope they don't do that, because if they do, that'd be really scumbag behavior. But currently, the price of Red Dead Redemption 1 on the Xbox Store is $29.99, which is $20 cheaper than the port that's coming to PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch. Why in the hell would I pay $49.99 for the PlayStation 4 version if I can get the Xbox version for cheaper and it runs better? I'm just saying. Which one would you prefer? Paying $50 for Red Dead Redemption 1 on PlayStation 4? Or would you rather, if you have an Xbox, this is if you have an Xbox, would you rather just get the Xbox version for cheaper, be it the Xbox Marketplace, or even better yet, if you got yourself a physical copy of Red Dead Redemption 1? I have a physical copy of Red Dead Redemption 1 for the Xbox 360. You know how much I paid for that? $9.99. $10. I paid $10 for a physical copy of Red Dead Redemption 1. And they want to charge me $40 extra for the same game on PlayStation 4 that runs worse than the version on Xbox. And people who already own Red Dead Redemption on the PlayStation 3, they can't just pop in their copy of the game and download the PS4 version. It's not going to work like that. People that own it digitally on PlayStation 3, they're not going to get a free upgrade. The only upgrade that they're going to get is having to pay $49.99 for an upgrade. That's their upgrade. As for it being on the Nintendo Switch, I'm happy about that. I do find it bullshit that it's $49.99, but the game's never been on a Nintendo console ever. It wasn't on the Nintendo Wii, it wasn't on the Wii U, and it's on a Nintendo console, the Nintendo Switch, for the very first time. Now, between the PlayStation 4 version and the Switch version's probably going to run a little bit worse than the PlayStation 4. It's probably not going to look as good. But, hey, it's there. Good for Nintendo fans. I'm happy for you all. You get to experience one of the greatest games of all time on your Nintendo Switch console. So, good for you. And to people that are saying, oh, well, can we get Red Dead Redemption 2 on Nintendo Switch? I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately. Red Dead Redemption 2, there's no way the Nintendo Switch would be able to handle that. Even via cloud streaming. Even streaming through the cloud, the Nintendo Switch would not be able to handle Red Dead Redemption 2. It's too graphics heavy of a game. And I see people, I saw this one video where some guy was saying, oh, I can't wait to start up an online community on Red Dead Redemption on the Nintendo Switch. I'm hoping that they poured over Grand Theft Auto 4. I'm hoping they poured over Grand Theft Auto 5. Okay. Number one, you're not going to be able to start an online community on Red Dead Redemption on the Nintendo Switch because Red Dead Redemption, the PlayStation 4 port and the Nintendo Switch port, will not come with online multiplayer. There's no online multiplayer in either port. All you're getting is the single player and the Undead Nightmare DLC. That is it. If you want to start an online community on Red Dead Redemption, then all I could tell you is start one on the Xbox version. You have the multiplayer on the Xbox 360 version. You want to start a community on the Xbox version of Red Dead Redemption, fine and dandy, be my guest. But for you to come out and say, oh, I want to start it on the Nintendo Switch version, knowing damn good and well, you probably didn't even look into it. You probably just watched the trailer and it's like, oh, you know, I'll just, you know, take my assumptions off of that. You probably didn't even do like 5 minutes of research, because a quick Google search will tell you that this port is not coming with online multiplayer. So whatever ideas you have for an online community on the Nintendo Switch version of Red Dead Redemption, you might as well just throw that out the window, because it's not going to happen. Unless they patch multiplayer into the game itself, it's not going to happen. You want to play online multiplayer? Get the Xbox version. Or hell, emulate it on your PC if your PC is powerful enough. Speaking of PC, well, I'll get to PC here in a little bit. Number 2, I want a port of Grand Theft Auto 4. Can we calm down about asking for these remasters and definitive editions and ports of old classic games? Do you not remember what happened the last time Rockstar remastered any of their Grand Theft Auto games? Yeah. How did that work out? Grand Theft Auto, the Trilogy, the Definitive Edition. How did that work out? Those games were buggy, broken, glitchy, and just an absolute nightmare on console. Because Rockstar's dumbassery decided, hey, let's take a video game developer that's only made mobile ports and tell them to make a port of 3 of the most iconic games of all time for current and next-gen consoles. Well, I guess you could say last-gen consoles and current-gen consoles. And let's tell them to take these 3 classic games, remaster them, shine them up real nice, and bring them over to the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X, PlayStation 5, and PC. A game developer that had no experience with console games at all. What did you expect was going to happen? And now you're wanting the same company to do a port, a remaster of Grand Theft Auto 4? And the people that are on Xbox saying that they want a remastered version of Grand Theft Auto 4, just fucking play the original Grand Theft Auto 4. It's backwards compatible. And if you have a next-gen console, it runs even better on the next-gen console anyways. Seriously, we're asking for remasters of games, especially on the Xbox side. We're asking for remasters of games that you could already play via backwards compatibility. Unfreaking real. Number 3, Grand Theft Auto 5 on the Nintendo Switch. Unless it's the PlayStation 3 version and the Xbox 360 version. Now, if we're talking those versions, then hey, fine and dandy, you know, it'll look like shit. But if you want to get Grand Theft Auto 5 on Nintendo Switch, maybe you can get one of those versions of the game and port it over to Nintendo Switch. I mean, it ain't gonna be much, but hey, Grand Theft Auto 5 on Nintendo Switch. If you're talking about the next-gen Grand Theft Auto 5, it's not going to run on Nintendo Switch, even via cloud streaming. It's not going to work. It would take a miracle to get that game to work on Nintendo Switch. If they actually somehow, some way were able to pull that off, I'll give Rockstar credit where credit's due. I'd be like, wow, they actually proved me wrong. They actually got this fucking game to actually run on Nintendo Switch. But until then, I hate to say it, I just don't see it happening. Then again, maybe I'll be proven wrong. And if I'm proven wrong, well, I guess I'll just eat my words then. At the end of the day, I look at this whole situation and I just think to myself, you really thought they were going to take Red Dead Redemption 1 and remake it in Red Dead Redemption 2's engine? I knew damn good and well that wasn't going to happen. The remaster, talks of this game being remastered, yeah, I thought they probably would remaster it a little bit as well. But considering what happened the last time around when Rockstar had somebody remaster their old games, maybe it's best that they don't have anybody remaster Red Dead Redemption 1. I mean, could you imagine if Grove Street Games had remastered Red Dead Redemption 1? Oh, God! Yeah. Let's just say that would not be a very pleasant experience. The only thing that I'm really pissed off about this whole situation is that people are expecting it to have online multiplayer when Rockstar themselves have publicly admitted that this game will not feature online multiplayer. You want to play online multiplayer in Red Dead Redemption 1? Go get the Xbox version or try to emulate it on your PC. The price tag, I think, is fucking ridiculous. $50 for a 13-year-old game for PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch when I could just play the Xbox version for cheaper. When I can get the Xbox version for cheaper. Then again, they might start jacking up the price. I might wake up tomorrow and I see Red Dead Redemption 1, $49.99 on the Xbox Marketplace. Yeah, I'll be pissed off at people that don't have the game because now they're going to have to pay more for the Xbox version. Me personally, I already have the game physically and digitally. I've spent $10 on a digital version and a physical version. Altogether, I spent $20 on Red Dead Redemption, which is how much a sealed copy of the game goes for if you got the Game of the Year edition. I remember when they used to sell the Game of the Year edition at my local Walmart for $19.99. I basically paid the same price for a digital copy and a physical copy. And if they ever do take it off the Xbox Marketplace, all I can say is try to get a hold of a physical copy if you can, unless they jack up the price on that, unless they pull a Metal Gear Solid HD collection, which that really pissed me off. At the end of the day, I'll just stick to my Xbox copy of the game. I'll just stick to my Xbox 360 copy of Red Dead Redemption. I'm not getting it for PlayStation 4. I'm sorry, I just don't feel the need to. Why would I spend $50 for a game that I could just play on the Xbox that runs even better on Xbox? My copy of Red Dead Redemption 1 runs better on the Xbox than I guarantee you the PlayStation 4 port will. Am I happy that it's coming to PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch? Yes. Am I happy about the price? No. Am I happy that there's going to be no online multiplayer? No. Am I happy that people who own the PlayStation 3 copy can't get a free upgrade to the PlayStation 4 copy of the game? No. Am I happy that this game is not getting a PlayStation 5 update? No. But then again, who knows? Maybe plans will change. Maybe Rockstar will come out and say, free next-gen update for PlayStation 5 users. You can run the game in 4K. 4K 30 FPS or maybe 1080p 60 FPS. Or maybe even 4K 60 FPS. I don't know. It could happen. I'm not saying it's going to, but it could. It'd be nice. Even still, $49.99 I think is fucking ridiculous for a 13-year-old game. Considering that you can get said game cheaper on the Xbox. And I know I'm sounding like an Xbox fanboy, but it's the God's honest truth. The game runs better on the Xbox, and it's cheaper on the Xbox. So I'll just stick with the Xbox version. And the people that are complaining about it being on PlayStation 4 because it's last-gen hardware, give me a fucking break. You can still play the game on PlayStation 5. The PlayStation 5 is backwards compatible with PlayStation 4 titles. It'll still work. Yeah, it may not run at 60 FPS. It may not run in 4K, but it'll still work. I can't believe people are complaining about this game being on PlayStation 4. Seriously. It'll run on PlayStation 5. It's backwards compatible. Yes, I think the PlayStation 5 should have an update, a next-gen update, but it doesn't. But the game will still work on PlayStation 5, unless, of course, it's a broken, buggy mess when it comes out. Which I hope it's not. I hope this game comes out, and it's absolutely amazing. On PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch. But then again, only time will tell. Nintendo fans, they get to experience Red Dead Redemption for the very first time. And to people that are mad at Nintendo getting a port, get the fuck over yourselves. Grow up. Seriously, grow the hell up. I'm happy for Nintendo fans. They get to experience Red Dead Redemption for the very first time. Yeah, it sucks they're not going to be able to experience Red Dead Redemption 2, but at least they get to play Red Dead Redemption, the first one. I hope it doesn't run like shit on Nintendo Switch. I hope it's amazing on that console. As for the game not coming to PC, now that actually really does piss me off. 13 years this game has been out. And we hear all these rumblings of the game coming to these consoles. To, you know, PlayStation and Nintendo and stuff. And everybody's thinking that it's going to come to PC. I even thought it was going to come to PC. And then Rockstar comes out and basically says, oh, no PC port. Now that I find bullshit. You're going to sit here and tell me that this 13-year-old game can't run on a PC, but yet emulators, Xbox 360 emulators, PlayStation 3 emulators can run this game perfectly fine on PC? Give me a fucking break. Give me a break. Rockstar once again telling the PC community to go fuck themselves. Oh, you want to play Red Dead Redemption 1? Buy a PlayStation or buy an Xbox or buy a Nintendo Switch. And as for people responding, well, I'll just emulate it. Yeah, you could do that too. But how long are you going to be able to emulate it for? Because you know how Rockstar is. You know how Take-Two is. I would not be surprised if Rockstar or Take-Two or both companies together send cease and desist letters to these emulators, blocking people from emulating it on PC. Watch it happen. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised one bit if they start sending cease and desist letters to emulators on PC, blocking people from playing an emulated version of Red Dead Redemption 1. It would be really scummy, it would be really dirty, and it would really infuriate me. But I would not be surprised if Rockstar does it. Not one damn bit. I'll just look at it like, oh, Rockstar are doing more shady shit. Color me surprised. That's all I really wanted to talk about here in this discussion video. I know, not my best discussion video here on the channel, but I just wanted to come on here and talk about it. This is the second time I've made a discussion video talking about this. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I'm going to stick to continuing Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm going to stick to my copy of Red Dead Redemption 1 for the Xbox. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. I don't really have nothing else to say. Bye, everyone.
They will find me through the flames, flames that run down through my veins. I will make the city burn. We're not planning to return. Trying so hard to be free, to make you see what I see. Hold on to your wishes if you can't hold on to me. Forgive me for letting